Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tip Tuesday. Today, I have a very special guest, one of the new realtors on the Mogul Edmonton team, a seasoned investor, rock star real estate investing expert, and now future star realtor with the Mogul team, Mr. Mike Charette. Mike, really happy to have you on Tip Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you, James. Thank you very much. It's
Oh, you're
nice to be
welcome.
here.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and it's a great conversation. I was actually in the office the other day. Just we were just talking shop, and Mike was talking about the process he went through to get his license activated, the way that he planned to get his career launched in real estate, and gosh, I was just so impressed. A lot of the things that Mike said really stood out to me as the right way to do things. And so I thought for everybody out there thinking about a career in real estate, or you know what, even somebody where you already got your license and you're finding it's not taking off as quickly as you thought it would, um, Mike kind of boiled it down to four really great talking points about what you can do to get started in real estate as a realtor. So great conversation for a Tuesday. And Mike, what would you say of the four tips? What is tip number one to get yourself started as a realtor?
Yeah, for sure, James. I know when we were talking about it, earlier. Number one thing that I found, and just sort of in getting surrounded by in the environment, was spreading the word, right? So that's the number one thing. That first thing I did is I went and talked to a bunch of realtors that I knew. Obviously, being a real estate investor, I had a network of other realtors, and when I kind of was on the fence if I wanted to make the career change to become a realtor, I reached out to a bunch. And every single one of the successful realtors told me, tell everybody you're going to be a realtor. Just spread the word, let people know, shout it from the rooftop. Because at the end of the day, if people don't know that you're a realtor, they're never gonna, transact with you or even reach out to you or anything like that, right? So that's the number one thing that I think the most important thing that I would say for anyone thinking about being a realtor.
And you were doing that even before your license was activated, correct? You were just calling everybody you knew and saying, "Hey, just so you know, I'm getting this license and watch out for Mike to hit the scene."
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have just from a previous business I have, or I guess another business that I have. I have a network. So I just started reaching out to everybody in that network, kind of just telling them what I'm up to, letting everybody know that I'm working on becoming a realtor, and that I will be a realtor really shortly. So a lot of these people that I haven't even really connected with in a long time. Um, it was nice just to reconnect, and then it was nice to kind of be able to add that to them too, right? So that industry is also real estate, so it was very easy to sort of transition just to kind of get that word out there.
Nice. Well, and from what I've observed, it's already paying dividends because you activated your license. I'm looking at the calendar here on October 1st. It's October 5th, and you've already got your first listing on the go.
That's right. I'm working on number two here, so hopefully sign some paperwork today.
Just like that. So that's the power of spreading the word. You don't want to wait until your license is in hand. It's okay to tell people you're getting your license and that it's on the way. People that really like you and like the idea of doing business with you, I've seen it time and time again where people will wait up for you to get your license in order to be able to work with you specifically. So great tip, Mike. Great tip. So
Yeah.
what's the second tip you have for someone who is working through getting their real estate license?
So number two was focus, dedicated focus. So for myself, I'm a busy individual. I have a lot on the go, with my personal life, work life, um, just life in general. We have a 1-year-old son, so that right there is a whirlwind on its own. So just dedicating time and time blocking certain afternoons off or mornings off in my schedule to actually make sure that I was sitting down for 3-4 hours at a time getting through that course. um, the course is really no joke. I mean, it's a lot, and it's just sort of really just repetitive online reading and reviewing and studying and the quizzes, and it's just a lot. It takes a lot of hours to get through it, and there's only one way to get through it, and it's bite by bite. So setting that time in my schedule to really focus and do it is what got me through it. So
Yeah, it's really smart. I mean, the reason you're taking this license is because you want this to be your job. You want this to be your career. So you've got to treat getting through the licensing course just like you would treat a job function.
mhm.
It's not something you can it's not a novel that you're reading for fun in transition when you're waiting for the bus or whatever. Like this is a career move. You need to learn this information and yeah, you got to sit down with that focus and actually absorb that information in consistent time blocks. So, and you know
Yeah.
what, just watching you hang out at the office getting through your course when you were working on it over the summer was a testament to that focus that you showed.
I
Um,
think, yeah, that was definitely another thing that really helped. At first I was just trying to do it from home. Um, there was just so many distractions at home, and I found, coming into the office, I got a desk here, was working at that, and really just no distractions, so I can, focus, get my 4 or 5 hours done, whatever I assigned in my schedule that day, and it wasn't that bad after that. So
Awesome. Yeah, it's amazing how the right study environment makes studying so much easier when, you've got a physical environment that promotes that mental focus. I'm the same way.
mhm.
Um, well, now that we're getting launched, we're talking about your license. You're close to the end of the course. You're about to activate. What's another tip for someone who's taking their course or just on the cusp of becoming a fully fledged realtor?
um, I think another thing is just don't overthink it. At first, I was kind of, in a little bit of overwhelm, just thinking, oh, how I'm going to do this and how I got to do that, and how do I do this and what do I need and who do I got to see. And at the end of the day, just activating your database, calling your network, calling your friends and family that you haven't spoke to in a long time, um, computer, cell phone, you know, you don't a vehicle. You don't really need a lot, right? So it's not like you have to overthink it with these big marketing plans and all kinds of stuff like that. At the end of the day, all you really need is cell phone and a computer, and you can start getting started, right? So
Yeah, it's so true. There's so many companies out there nowadays that specifically target realtors for all kinds of services. It's spend money on leads, spend money on this social media campaign, spend money on this get clients quick scheme, spend money on this fancy print material, spend money on these fancy videos. There's so much money that you can spend before you actually make your first commission check as a realtor, and it's very distracting.
yeah,
And I find a lot of realtors, especially new ones, get a little bit shy about having real estate conversations with real live people. And so to avoid having those conversations, they think, oh, this company's telling me that if I spend $1,000 here or a few thousand bucks there, I can avoid talking to people about real estate and have a client right away.
yeah,
And I watch realtors, they spend 3, 6, 12 months just chasing shiny object after shiny object, trying to shortcut getting their career started. And by the end of it, they've spent so much time and so much money when the one thing that you can do for free is talk to every single person you know about real estate to find the ones that are interested in doing business right now. So I love that. I love how you're keeping it simple and I love how you're not getting distracted by too many shiny objects. It's just, you know,
mhm,
putting dedicated focus in and day out to talking to a lot of people about real estate.
yeah,
It's so simple and you've really internalized it, which is awesome to see.
cool.
Um, yeah, and I think that was the third tip.
Yeah, and
So
that
we've
actually
got our
goes right
grand
into the fourth
finale.
tip.
Tip number 4. Let's talk about it.
Well, the fourth tip was, joining, being surrounding yourself in the right environment. Obviously, understanding the fact that I just need to call my database. I don't need a lot to get started. I, need to focus. That didn't just come off like out of my own brain. Right off the bat, like I said, I started calling realtors that I knew. I started asking people, questions. How did they get started? What would they recommend? Um, one of the realtors I actually reached out to was Adrian and yourself. Um, once we kind of got talking, I started thinking about like the power of a team. And obviously there's different routes that you can go as a new realtor. You can go as a solo agent, or you can work with a team. And I've always sort of worked better myself in a team atmosphere. um, I like being around people, listening to other people's successes, being a part of other people's successes, and also learning like failures and things not to do from other people, because I think that's a huge thing to as well, right? So for myself, I knew right off the bat that a team was where I would best be suited. um, and that's how I kind of found Mogul. So I've worked with Mogul before on as an investor. um, I was always very happy with the services that were provided to me, the 5-star service. Um, I knew that they were, industry sort of leaders. So I wanted to be part of that team. I wanted to work with successful people. I wanted to learn from the best. So, that's how I kind of joined Mogul, and I definitely have no regrets on that. So,
Well, that's a big mogul success story. I mean, awesome client turned awesome realtor on the team. And yeah, when you reached out to us, we were thrilled. I mean, Adrian and I just, as soon as the phone call was over, we said, "Holy smokes, Mike Charette wants to be a realtor on our team. Let's make sure we give him our undivided attention because he is such a talented guy that we can't wait to have him." And here we are. It's all worked out. So, yeah, I
it's
mean,
going to be
we're
awesome. Yeah.
thrilled that you're on the team, and it's going to be a fun next few years as you fire your career up and start helping a whole bunch of investors do investing, and help your friends and family with their homes as well. It's going
Mhm.
to be a lot of fun, and I know you're going to excel at it.
Yeah,
um,
no, for sure. I'm really excited, and real estate. It's like it's just a passion of mine, right? So every day that I come to the office, it's just I'm happy to be here. I love being here. That's how I know that I made the right decision.
oh,
So.
I love it. And it's those are great tips. I'm just gonna sum it up because it was such a great tip Tuesday. If you're thinking about becoming a realtor, or you're just kind of starting out the course, Mike's tips: first, dedicated focus. Like, treat taking the course like a time block for any other job. It's not something you can pick away at 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there, like a novel. It's something that requires dedicated focus to get through. Next point is you got to spread the word. The second you register for that course, you need to start telling every single person I'm going to be a realtor soon. I'm going to be a realtor soon, because it lays the foundation for actually having clients pretty much as soon as you start. That ties into sticking to the basics. Don't start chasing shiny objects, spending tons of money on all kinds of fancy online marketing campaigns or this or that. Just meet a lot of people, talk to a lot of people about real estate, and the ones that are ready to do business will do business. And then put yourself in the right environment. If you know that you're a lone wolf, get a killer home office set up and focus on, locking yourself in your office of solitude and focus and crushing calls. If you're the kind of person that vibes off of a team environment, find a high energy, high producing team to be a part of, where you can learn from more experienced people and get super pumped up and excited by being in a great environment with other agents. But you gotta know yourself and pick an environment that works for you to set yourself up for success by being in a successful place every day. So, Mike, you've done all four of those things. You're not just talking the talk; you are definitely living it, and it's super exciting. Like, I mean, I've been here the whole time watching it go down, and now here it is. October 1 was the big day that we cut the ribbon, and now you are off to the race and you're a realtor. So
Mhm.
congrats, buddy, and we're excited to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm excited, and I just know that the future is going to be good. So, um, yeah, thank you.
I love it. Thanks, Mike.